Well, we do the cat's ass. There you go. Bring my ZD here, and I got a cat in my lap, and there's a cat hair blowing around everywhere. Well, there goes that. How you doing? Now we're upside down. So, I can do a whole show, you know, about what's going on in the news lately, but I'll do that at another time. You heard about the bombings in Belgium and all that. Terrible things. Kevin Turner was a pro football player with the Eagles and the Rams. Sorry, Patriots, Eagles and Patriots. Died from ALS. I heard today that the guy that used to be on Sesame Street died 80 years old. He worked in Mr. Hooper's store. This must be late 60s, early 70s. I don't know. But shockingly yesterday, it did happen yesterday. I heard news right after it broke. Freaking cat hair. This isn't how I wanted to do this video. Garry Shandling died yesterday. Complete shocker. I guess he'd had a cardiac arrest. He had a heart attack. He had a medical emergency. He came to his house. Someone later saw on Twitter that he had a heart attack. And they rushed him to the hospital and they couldn't save him. He was 66 years old. A lot of younger folks were like, who's Garry Shandling? Oh, Google, I have to figure out who this is. He's the voice of the turtle in Over the Hedge. That's all I need to know. Move along. For the rest of us, Garry Shandling was a comedian. And he was a very well-known comedian, and he was good at what he did. He had a sitcom that was a parody of sitcoms called The Garry Shandling Show. It was on Fox. I think it was in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. Went on 2 years, 2 or 3 years. But he was well known for The Larry Sanders Show, which was a parody of talk shows. One might call it a satire, I'm not too sure. I can't say that I ever watched it. Too big chicken tablet. I saw part of an episode. I think Jeffrey Tambor was on it at the time. But I really have to get on Netflix or somewhere, or wherever it has it, and watch that show. I think it ran for about 6 years. Maybe 8, I don't know. But it was quite a popular show. He's the type of guy, Garry Shandling, that you'd want hosting the Oscars. Not Seth MacFarlane, Ellen DeGeneres. I mean, she's a comedian, but she's more classy than Seth MacFarlane. But she has an awkwardness about her comedy. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's just not. Her little deadpan one-liners and stumbling over her words and whatnot. Now I'm going off on a tangent. But I like Garry Shandling. He was a funny guy, he's a classy guy. And you know, like some of these older comedians, like George Burns and Sid Caesar and Milton Berle, all of them in their 90s. some cases 100. Bob Hope. I thought Garry Shandling would be around into his 90s. Or pretty close to it, 86 seems like a nice round number. Point is, he died too soon. I mean, he was barely retirement age. And when you're, in that line of work, you don't retire. You work right up until you're dead, usually. And, well, I don't want to ramble on for hours and hours about this. I'm going to finish my ziti. I know it was just a shocking thing to hear, but at least he didn't suffer. At least not long term. It was in that brief moment. He was in pain with a heart attack. That football player died from ALS, and that's a horrible disease, and I don't believe it'll ever be cured. But it's a shame they couldn't shave Garry. Did I say shave or save? Because he was entertaining, and he was the kind of guy you want to have around. I got a little bit of this stuff left. It's an Italian wine. To Garry Shandling. I'm not going to carry on about it forever. Good guy. May he rest in peace.